What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about the Zone diet, which is based off of a certain balance of proteins, carbs, and fats, and you follow a block-based system. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks per meal, which is a different portion of protein, carbs, and fats, and you just eat that. It's super simple to follow, and it's also one of the most effective in terms of fat loss and maintaining your performance. So it's a really good one to follow. It's one that I really like, really support. It might be the most effective one long term or short term also in terms of burning fat and keeping your performance high. So I know I said I was going to do the slow carb diet and that it was my personal favorite, but when it comes to actual performance, the Zone diet's going to be better. The slow carb diet's not really one that's going to support your high intensity metcons that we do in the gym in terms of actually feeling like you have a lot of energy and you're able to improve dramatically. Will you eventually on a slow carb diet? Yes, you'll find your energy levels, you'll get comfortable with it, but the Zone's going to be more sustainable or more beneficial if you want to have a really high level of performance in the gym and you care about your score. If it's just a body composition thing and you just want to feel healthy, the slow carb diet's going to be a great choice also if you don't like the Zone, but the Zone is absolutely amazing. Zone is comprised of blocks. Stand on this side here. Each block has 7 grams protein, 9 grams of carbohydrates, and 3 grams of fat. So each fat block that you put into your diet is 1.5 grams, but they also assume you're going to get another 1.5 grams from whatever protein source you get. If you do that, it breaks down as this. 30% of your diet comes from protein, 30% of your diet comes from fat, 40% of it comes from carbohydrates. That balanced ratio is going to be enough to support your training and give you enough energy, give you enough proteins to support muscle growth and development, and enough fats to regulate your hormones and make sure everything feels really good. It's going to keep you feeling full longer. What I like about the Zone diet is it's super simple. There's a chart that we released. It's on the left-hand side of the group page under Files, Paleo Diet Guide. It gives you a whole bunch of meal options that fit each block size for you. So if you need a 2, a 3, or 4 block meal, it gives you a bunch of different options. It tells you exactly how much is in there. So all you got to do is follow those blocks. It's super effective. You're going to be able to shred fat really quickly if you stick to it, and you're going to be able to sustain or continue to improve your performance. In order to lose weight, you're going to have to cut some calories. When you cut back on calories and you go to the gym and you do a really hard, high-intensity workout, especially if you're cutting back carbs, you're going to feel like it's a little bit harder for you. Zone diet's going to help you keep your performance high the entire time. The challenges with the Zone diet are it requires learning and it requires work. It requires learning so that you can help or figure out what kind of meals that you like. One of the benefits of the Zone diet is there are no restrictions, there are no evil foods. You can eat anything. You can do it paleo, you can do it vegan, vegetarian, you can do fast food, going out to eat, as long as you make sure it fits this balance. But it requires learning for you to figure out how to balance those meals, and it requires work. In order to be effective on the Zone, you have to weigh and measure your food. You have to know that you're getting the right amount of proteins, right amount of carbs, and right amount of fats. Those ratios are important. They're not life or death for most of us, but they are super important. They're important for a lot of reasons, but one of the big ones is when you eat that balance of food, it's going to regulate your blood sugar levels throughout the whole day. And you're not going to get hit with these crazy feelings of hunger where you just want to eat and eat and eat and eat. When you keep your blood sugar regulated the entire day, you're going to eat the amount of food that you need to eat. You'll let it sit, you'll feel full, and you'll eat again when it's time to eat. That's going to be really important for you, especially when it comes to making a change. Obviously, you're cutting calories down. The Zone diet is going to cut calories down from whatever you're currently doing if you want to lose weight, if you want to burn fat. It's going to cut them down. So making sure you're hitting that balance is going to be really important. Just guesstimating your meals can throw you off and can throw this off and can have negative impact down the road. Now, if you want to figure out, if you want to do the Zone, you want to know how many blocks you should be eating, just post your questions in there during the Q&A. I'll do the formula for you. Or I'll just tell you what it is so you can get started with the Zone diet real quickly. For somebody like me, my weight, my body fat percentage today, I would only be eating 12 blocks a day, which is a huge calorie cut and a huge caloric deficit from what I'm used to, which would be seemingly be very difficult for me to sustain. But actually that's not true, because it is the right amount of food that I would need to be eating per day. If I'm trying to lose weight, the amount of food that I'm currently eating is obviously wrong, so it'd have to be a reduction. But this balance here will keep me feeling full and keep me feeling like I have enough energy throughout the day. I won't get the headaches, I won't get the sugar withdrawal cravings. I'll feel happy and satisfied. If I were training as much as I usually train at my current weight, my current body fat percentage, my current performance level. That would go from 12 blocks all the way up to 22 or 24 blocks per day, which is a huge difference. So it is accurate. It is going to feel like a caloric cut, but it will be super easy as soon as you put in the work to learn what's going to work for you and do the work to weigh and measure your food. Take the time to learn that. If you care about your performance long term and your fat loss, this is by far the best one that you're going to choose. I definitely endorse doing the Zone Diet. Please post all of your questions in the comments here. I'm going to address a bunch of them during the Monday live Q&A. And then next week, I'm also going to do a video of how to apply the Zone Diet and get into more specifics. But read that guide, ask those questions, do the work.